This year, one of the biggest names in UK automotive detailing marks its 60th anniversary. Launching in 1965 with just 8 products, Autoglym has grown into a household name trusted by weekend warriors and professional detailers alike up and down the country to provide showroom quality finishes. Now operating in 45 countries, they have a product for every aspect of car detailing. Also during this time, they've received 4 royal warrants of appointment. So the big question is, if it's good enough for royalty, is it good enough for the wife? Let's put the nation's favourite products to the test by cleaning her Volkswagen ID.3. Taking a quick look at the outside of the car, we can see it's covered in lots of dead bugs and general road grime. And the interior could do with a really good clean too. Look at the state of those mats. So let's take a look at the products we'll be using today to clean the car. Start off with, we've got the advanced all-wheel cleaner and the pump sprayer. Also going to be using a bit of all-purpose cleaner. I'm going to be using the Autoglym foam cannon along with Polar Blast. That's a pH neutral snow foam. The snow foam cannon comes quite handily with the ratios printed on the back. Comes with a nice wide opening so getting the water in, and also has the markings down the side, which is very helpful when it comes to measuring. For the contact wash, I'm going to use the Bodywork shampoo conditioner. Not quite as sudsy as their other shampoos, but it does the job. I'm also going to be using the Autoglym wash mitt. For the glass, it's going to be, well, what else but fast glass. I think everybody's used this at some point in their car cleaning career. Once contact wash is done, I'm going to be using the intensive tar remover to go around the bodywork to get rid of those tar spots, and then give it a good covering with Magma fallout remover. And after that, what else but super resin polish and extra gloss protection to really lock in that shine and show off all that hard work I'm going to be doing. And we best not forget the tyres, so we're going for the high performance tyre gel to really put a finishing touch on it. And it's perfect weather for washing the car. Look at that, slightly cloudy, not too sunny, not too hot, just right for spending all day on the driveway. So as usual, it's starting off with the wheels and arches. For this I was using the all-purpose cleaner as there's no dedicated citrus pre-wash from Autoglym. This does a good job of pulling the dirt out of the tyres. And then I followed this up with the Autoglym advanced all-wheel cleaner. Now this is quite stinky stuff, but as long as you stay downwind of it, you should be fine. As you can see, it soon got to work and started putting out those iron contaminants from all the brake dust. And then it was time to get right into the barrels with the brushes. And give the tyres a good scrub. Look at that purple colouring, lovely. For the wheel nuts, I'm using a brush that came with the custom wheel cleaner package. I'll tell you what, it doesn't do a bad job. And then it was time to go over the faces with a dedicated wash mitt I used just for the wheels. Then it was time for a quick rinse off. 1 down, 3 to go. With the wheels done, I turned off the pressure washer and gave the door shuts a really good thorough hosing down. Not forgetting to do the underside of the doors as well. And then it was time to break out the all-purpose cleaner again. I'll tell you what, I do wish Autoglym had a citrus free wash in the range. For cleaning the doors, I like to use a dedicated wheel mitt. Now this has never actually seen a wheel, only door shuts. I like using these because you can get right in all the little nooks and crannies of the door with these. Starting the pre-wash routine, you can see I'm giving the dead bugs a good covering with the all-purpose cleaner to start breaking that down before I apply the snow foam. I also applied a layer to the lower third of the car where lots of dirt had built up. Then it was time to bust out the polar blaster and get that snow foam covering the whole of the car. This snow foam goes on reasonably thick. Yeah, does quite a good job. I then left the snow foam to sit on the car for about 5 minutes or so. It was a fairly cool day, so I wasn't too worried about it drying. And then it was time to give the car the first rinse of the day. Now I have to admit, I wasn't overly impressed by how much dirt was removed by this snow foam, and that could be down to my pressure washer being quite a few years old and not really up to the job anymore. Maybe I need to get a new one. Nonetheless, I carried on and rinsed off the rest of the car. So then it was time to move on to the contact wash, and as I mentioned before, I was using the Bodywork Conditioner shampoo. Now this isn't the most sudsy of shampoo, but yeah, it does a good job of cleaning the car. Don't forget those wing mirrors, Rob. And as you can see, with not a lot of effort, all of those dead bugs are gone. Well, they'll be back again in about a week's time. Right, time for yet another hose down. This is going to be a common theme of this video. Now that the car was rinsed and dried, I then moved on to using the tar remover. Now, it's not the best of light, but you can see there's the tar, a couple of quick rubs, and it's gone. And then it was time to crack out the magma and get rid of those iron particles that have been deposited on the car. You can see how well the magma is reacting to all the iron particles that have been left on the car. I mean, to be honest, there's not too many, so it's not too bad. As per the instructions on the magma bottle, I then got a well lubricated wash mitt and then agitated it a little bit more. To remove any remaining magma and tar remover residue from the car, I then gave it another good spraying over with the Polar Blast snow foam. This meant removing that was nice and safe, and any sort of iron particles would just be rinsed straight off. Once all the snow foam had been rinsed off, it was then time to break out the drying towel. Now this is the one thing I haven't got from Autoglym. So this is the drying towel that came from Microfibre. And I tell you what, it does a very good job of just soaking up the water. Once the outside of the car was dry, I then went round the door shuts with the ceramic detailer and a cloth to mop up any water that was left over in the door shuts. Yeah, it came out alright, didn't they? So then it was moving on to the glass. Again, I haven't got an Autoglym glass cleaning cloth. This is the one that came from Microfibre, and I really do like it. You know, even use it for the house windows as well. It's a brilliant cloth. But yeah, so you're using fast glass here, and I tell you what, yeah, got some good results on the glass. For the interior of the car, I was using the Autoglym interior shampoo. Now this stuff has an absolutely lovely scent, and I would recommend it for anybody. The scrub pad and the cloths I'm using here again come from Microfibre. As these YouTube videos don't make me any money, I can't go buying all the products from Autoglym. I'd be absolutely skint. Autoglym say that interior shampoo is safe to use on steering wheels and pedals. Now I've been using this for a little while and I've never noticed them to be slippery after use, so I'm quite happy to use it. Also, I placed the cloth over the binnacle just to avoid any overspray. I also used the interior shampoo on all the little plastic trims around the doors. And just as I started to apply the polish, the clouds went and the sun really started to come out. So I applied a thin coat to the whole car. Because it really was starting to get quite warm, once I'd gone round the car, I then got a cloth and then buffed off the polish. With the polish removed, it was then time to add the supergloss protection. Using a foam applicator pad, again it was just a thin layer applied. As with the polish, by the time I got right the way around the car applying, it was then time to start removing. I really didn't want to leave this on too long because the sun would absolutely bake it on. And just look at that shine, and I'm not talking about the top of my head. So once all that was done and I'd had a 5-minute break for a cup of tea, it was then time to do the high performance tyre gel and really finish this off. And whilst this took a long time to do and it was getting quite hot, I think, as you can see, the results speak for themselves. Really worth it. I think Autoglym products really do set the standard. If you've made it this far, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching. Do consider subscribing and leave a comment below. What's your favourite Autoglym product? Have you ever found a bad one? I have to admit, I think they're all great. And please consider subscribing. I know I don't put out videos very often, but it really does help the channel. And it also boosts my ego. See you in the next one.